Alright everyone, let's say you want to make a wall like that. There is a little challenge, say, from here to here. That's pretty much what we're talking about. Let me crop that. Alright, and let me zoom in. So this is the wall you want to make. Well, there's a couple things. First of all, you need to make 4 tiles in reality, at least 4 tiles, probably like 6 tiles, but you need to make a tile right here, a seamless tile right there. Alright, oh sorry, right here. Okay, to take just the top border that can be reproduced. Maybe make 2 of those. Okay, and then you have to make the bottom one that's kind of blend at the bottom right here. You make 2 of those, so that's 4. And then you're gonna have to make at least 2 of those. That is the pillar, but that's different. We'll just talk about the wall itself. Okay, and then you need at least 2 for the bricks itself. It's that simple. So you add 6 tiles right here, not including the different type of pillars right here. Okay, in the class, you have a lecture about making bricks. Okay, I'm gonna do one right here that actually is a little more complicated. I'm going to do the top right there. Alright, so you'll have both right here. So as you can see, it's pretty interesting. I like it. You need at least 2, maybe 1 broken like that. I like that, pretty cool, and a regular one. So let's do a regular one. We'll just take, you will have to, if you take the top one, you'll have to cut it out. So we are just going to do that. We are going to take that, for example. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to take all the way right here. We want to have a little bit of the shadows and half of the grout right here. Actually, we won't take any grout right here. We'll take a little bit of it right there. We'll stay tight right here. Alright. Okay. Let me see just a second. Actually, no. Let me move it right here. I like that better because that part right here can become that part. I mean, one of the part right there. So that would work for us. And we'll just have to make it seamless right here. So we make it maybe a little bit smaller. No, so that was good. Alright, so I'm just gonna crop that. Alright, and then we are gonna go doing our business, which is using the filter. Let me make sure this is not a background. And we are gonna go to the filter, other, and we're gonna take the offset. Alright, and first, let me put one of them at 0, so we do only one. And let me move that in the middle so we can see what we're dealing with. Okay, so what we know is that it is seamless on the side, not seamless here. Okay, so we're just going to make that seamless. Alright, so like that, it is always nice and clean. So let's start with the bottom right here. We are going to first do a little bit of the cloning right here. Make sure it stays hard, not too big, so we can let me zoom out just a second. So I want to kind of zoom in right here and kind of clone that a little bit. And what I'm going to do, because I don't want it to be nice and straight like that's not very cool. This is where it was cut from the non-seamless. So I'm going to want to take that part right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a deselect, and then I'm going to do a selection, a smaller one, because I don't have much space, and I might right here. So we take that. Oops, sorry, I went too far. That's okay. I'll come back right here. I can get write some of it. I can take some of it out if I want to, but that's okay for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to paste it right here, and I'm going to invert it. Alright, so I'm going to go into the edit, transform, and this is a horizontal switch. Right, and I'm going to put it, let's say, right here. Alright, so now, first of all, I'm going to want to put them together. So I'm going to merge those layers. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to get rid of that right here. And I'm going to use, where is it? Really? Hold on a second. So I want to take its, hold on, where is it? So I'm going to take, let me close that up in my history. I'm going to take right here the healing brush tool. Alright, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, not too big either, and I am going to sample outside and start. You want to be careful, make sure it's hard. Yeah, it's fine, you know, and don't move it. It's better to just do it like that. Choose something that is next to it, so it really looks like it's part of it, you know. That's easier to resample every time. If you just use the same sampling from over there, ain't gonna work very well, okay? And right here we're doing pretty good. Let's zoom out. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, there's a little piece I want to get rid of right there. And let me zoom out in the size, and I'm going to choose right there and run it up. Alright, a little bit more, right, that one right here. Okay, now when we zoom out, and we have more to do, but when we zoom out now, that looks pretty good. Alright, and it is completely seamless right here. We still have to do the top right there, alright, and then, you know, we'll be good to go. So for the top right here, it's the same situation, frankly, cloning and healing brush. So the healing brush usually, and you want to cut out, obviously, you are going to cut out that part, so to make it more realistic in your level, because like that it'll be transparent, you know, and you can use an actual we're gonna go and close here, so alright, and we can take that out, and now we can go back to doing our cloning. Start at the bottom. Alright, and I'll start with the cloning. Actually, I don't like that at all. So I'm going to start with the healing brush. So it's one or the other sometimes. Now right here, zoom out a little bit. And you'll see that it's kind of a weird break, and that's fine, but I'm gonna go right here and kind of create some grout a little bit more. Alright, it's a little let me create some grout right here with the cloning tool, and right here I'm gonna go in and do the same thing and try to kind of get rid of that little part right there. Now it is important to do it, and let me make it smaller right here. You know, so to differentiate them, careful not to go too far, so it's not seamless anymore. Alright, so that should work pretty well right there. Now it is important, see right there when we cut, it's not dark like the others, so it is important that you do a dodge and burn. So a burn obviously, and you go in and you go, I don't know, 50%, and you just do that. Not on that, so that's the brush is too big. Alright, and you just do that right here, just like the others. Alright. Now zoom out. Always to check your stuff. Remember the good old trick. It's a little too much on the darken, but that's cool. It's destroyed, so that's cool. Remember in the view, sorry, in the window, you can actually create a new window. All right. So right here, you can go into arrange and go back a new window for the wall. So you have two of them. All right. So right here. You can have one just at its regular size, and you can have another one right here at a big zoom size. Okay, so and so this is it pretty much. Okay, and you can still see your result over there. So now if we want to go in and get the clone tool, for example, make it a little bit bigger. So don't make it too big. I'm making it bigger right now to go faster because it's a class demo and it's already been 11 minutes something, and there's limits for that. But you should be able to then blend it. All right, I use the blending out of the healing brush to kind of blend those together. All right, and you can see the results right away. All right, and it looks okay. Let's do a little bit more of the orange on that one. And it looks good. So now you have the top patterns. Okay, that looks really good. You can save it. Okay, and if we test it by making a new layer, and we'll make it really long, 10.0.24. That's HD. All right, and the height we'll make it 512, so power of 2. Okay, make it right there, and we'll have it here. We are going to make a pattern out of that tile that we made, so we can reuse that as much as we want, and we can test it. Let's see what size it is, because it's just the top. Because first let's make the pattern. So define pattern. Okay. Right, I'm in the wrong one. Define pattern, and okay, we'll call it wall stitches. That's fine right here. Now if I go right here, click on the bucket, change its option from foreground to pattern, then I can click and select my pattern right here, and then I can put it right there. Alright, and as you can see, it is seamless, not top to bottom, because it is part of the top hat of it that is different, but it is a fairly well seamless. Be careful, that one cannot show a pattern because of that break, so you'd probably want to do two of them, as we said, to make sure it's perfect. Okay, so this is how you make walls, you guys. I hope that this helped. Thank you.